Hello, welcome. It's a beautiful Sunday. Well, here in Florida, it's a little cloudy because we were supposed to get a hurricane swing right by us. And then it turned into a tropical storm. And it's a tropical storm now, so it's just rain. Nothing too bad. Like a category 1 for us. Ever since in South Florida they changed the building codes to the houses and everything to be made in concrete, I feel like things have been able to withstand much better. So today I'm not going to be talking about hurricanes. I'm not a meteorologist, but today I'm going to share some tips and tricks about posing. So I don't have anyone here to help me, so I'm going to try to do it the best possible without moving the camera. And I'm wearing my glasses as I'm going to be moving. I can't see from far. So, to help out. So if you have any questions, make sure to hit that like button so I know that you're here. And if you have any questions, make sure to ask them because I want to answer them. And the posing is really like, we all want to know, at least when I posed the question up on my Instagram is at Pinup Miami, I asked you all what kind of poses that you wanted. A lot of you were requesting poses I could use for Instagram, poses to hide my double chin. So I'm going to answer all these questions. And if you have any new ones, let me know down below. And let's just make sure we're all good here. Okay. Hello again. So I'm going to show you all. I mean, you guys have seen, if you've been seeing these lives, this is my body. That is my dog. And, you know, this is what we're going to work with today. Number one thing to know when you're posing or you're trying to find like your angle or your look is to realize that not one kind of pose is like a miracle pose for everyone. Everybody is different. Everybody is beautiful. So you just have to work on what you find comfortable, which is number one. I always say in anything that we do, we have to find what we're comfortable in. And then from there, you know, make it your own. But I'm going to show you tips and tricks that I've used and I've seen other girls use and that are like the fundamental like backbones to posing. So number one thing is to know your body. So for example, make sure to look at yourself in a full-length mirror. For me, the best way for me to know like what poses to do or what to change or what to do more in future photos is to take photos. That sounds so redundant. I don't know the word. But yeah, take photos to know what works in photos. I can't see any of your comments. Okay. So, for example, for someone like me that's plus size, I really want to show off a waist. Some people want to show off their hips. Some people don't like their arms. You know, it's not that we don't like them, it's that we don't want to make them show off in the photo to be the first thing you see. So I always try to remember, let's start with full body pictures. You know, a body picture for everyone, don't pose straight on because it's just going to make you look broader. So make sure you always have think about like a snake, think of like the letter S. So have like an S shape. So if you see my body, so always try to have an angle. And this is like a pose that you'll see in the red carpet. You're gonna, let's see if you can see my legs. Like again, don't go straight on, do a little angle, you know, and you always want to show all your body, all your appendages. So, you know, twist it a little back, and you see the difference here already. You know, you could put your hand here, and I just don't want to put so much effort into my arms, so I like to push it back. So let me try to group this all together. It's like contouring for makeup. So you know when you put on makeup, you contour because you want to like push back the things you don't want to highlight. So same thing with posing. Push back the things you don't want to highlight. I know it sounds so weird, but for example, the same pose that I was just showing here, you know, I want to elongate my leg, but I'll also, I don't want my arms to be like this, because you'll see that it'll make me look so much broader. Bring your arms back, and in turn, it brings your shoulders back, and then it helps elongate your neck. And then from there, you know. And another trick is, as you can see, my hands are way too much to the side. And I do want to create like a cinched waist. So try to bring your hands closer and shoulders back. You see the difference this looks versus these. Then work with what you have as well. Oh, with the hands, think of triangles. So you see I'm posing, you gotta do triangles. With my legs, don't keep it straight. It's gonna look like a big sausage. You know, try to add some curve to it, curve the angles, you know. I personally like to lean a little forward so that my upper body looks bigger than my hips, and then it creates a waist. If you're trying to show off, if you're wearing shorts and you want to show off your waist, do the, your hips, you got to do the opposite. This is not going to look good for me, but you bring out your hips, put your hands back, and it creates like a more bigger hip, elongated. Again, it's not working for me, but it'll work with somebody that wants to show off these hips and look thicker and, you know. Same thing with like if you're wearing shorts. This is not a pose I would do, but I have recommended it when I put together photo shoots, is angle to the side if you want to show off your booty. And kick your booty up. And as you can see, I have little back rolls, but you use the arm in a triangle shape to hide them, but don't hide the curve of your butt. And then show your other arm like this. Just like. It's all tricks of the eyes. And then, let me see. Oh, and working with what you have is I love using my petticoat because I like wearing circle skirts. So again, with the same angle, I like to put my legs together and lift up my skirt and show it off. Again, bringing my elbows back. And if you want to show off your hip, always kick it. But remember, you got to create curves with your curves. And yeah, curves with your curves. You know what I mean. And then with your face and your shoulders, just make sure they're always back. Because at least with me, if I don't want to, like if I took a photo like this, you see I have everything back. But there's no elongation of the neck. A little difference like that creates more sophistication. I heard somewhere that men, you know, we get attracted to necks because of a vulnerable place, a vulnerable area. So showing it shows like delicacy. So play with it with your, I didn't do my nails this week, but play with it with your nails, softly touching, and always show your appendages. So softly. You know, play with your glasses if you have, but always show your neck. And you'll know, many of us ladies know angles matter, but at the same time, I've been in places that I wanted to take a photo and I'm by myself. So you could do two things. These are my suggestions because I go to a lot of events by myself. I go to a lot of places by myself. I'm dating with my boyfriend now and he helps me, but he's always working. So, or if I don't have a girlfriend to go with me somewhere, this is what I do. Sharing my tips with you guys. I do have a travel tripod. I'm actually using it now, so I can't show it. But it was like $12 on Amazon. And it came with a clicker. And you could click it with your Bluetooth. And then you could set it anywhere. And this, I'll put the link down in the comments after the video is done. But it's a tripod that bends, so you could wrap it around a pole. You could put it anywhere. And then with that, you could angle it however you like. Now, That took me a while getting used to, because it's kind of weird to just plop a little tripod and take photos. YOLO, life, you know, you shouldn't care what other people think. But in the beginning, I was so scared to do that. So I would ask people. So when you ask a stranger to take a photo of you, you need to realize this stranger does not know how you like your photos. So you, after you've been practicing, you have to know how the stranger is holding the camera. So you see how the camera is and then work with that. So if I see the guy's going too lower, yes, you could ask him, raise it up. Because for most girls, most people, a lower camera will create like this like double chin look, you know? So I like it straight on, straightforward with like eye level. That's how I like it. But some people like it with an angle up. Like right now I have it a little angled up because my ring light, the way I have to position it in this room, has to be a little higher. So it creates more of a, not leaner look, but more realistic look than like, and if it's too angled up, you're gonna have like doll eyes, you know. So it depends what look you're going for. If you want like your eyes to be shown a lot prominent in the photo, you gotta angle it enough, you know, and then it'll give you that doll-like look, you know, more head on. The cops. Hold on. One moment. Oh. It seems the neighbors called the firefighters. I don't know. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see. Isabel. Hi, Isabel from France. You know, it's amazing. On TikTok, I have a lot of French followers. My TikTok is Pinup Miami. I think it's because one time I used a French song. Go figures. So when, yeah, so angles really like, I'll try to recreate this angle. So, you know, from here, you see this. And then if you slowly, you know, face onto the camera. And then if you bend, if the camera angle goes lower, too lower, you see more of your eyes. So more of a selfie like, hey. Okay, so then somebody asked me on my Instagram, how do I get like cheekbones? Like if your contouring is not working, there is a trick to, okay, in the inner mouth, grab a little bit of your side cheeks and not like, no, grab a little bit and open your mouth a little bit, and it creates like a sultry look. Hold on, I'm laughing at myself. So before, after, you see it creates a little bit of a chisel, just a subtle. We don't want to look like we're naturally photoshopping ourselves to be like, you know. All right, and then for the double chin, I got asked about double chins on my Instagram. Now, if you don't want to showcase this beautiful flab on the bottom of your face, my trick is to get your tongue and put it to the roof of your mouth. So here's how we go. So here's a normal. Oh, let me go to the side. I feel like I'm showing all my terrible angles today. So you're gonna go to the side, and you see this is normal. And then I'm gonna put my tongue on my mouth now. You know what? Let me check again outside why the firefighters are there. Because my dog is going a little wild. Okay. I don't know why. Firefighters are in the house. I hope everything's okay next door. Sorry about that. It's Bernadette. Hi, Bernie. Love Bernadette. Oh, it's hot in here. The neighbors called it because my house is hot. All right, so where did I leave off? Oh, so yeah, putting your tongue on the roof of your mouth. I mean, I'm always gonna have a double chin because I'm chubby, I'm fat, but it really does help. And if you open your mouth a little bit, you see, cute. Oh no, firefighters are hot. Bernie, I thought you were complimenting me because I was hot, and it turns out you're talking about firefighters. Well, I don't know. I've called 911 before in my neighborhood, and firefighters have come out here, and they weren't that hot. They just looked at me weird because the day that they came, I was in rollers, and they're probably like, "Look at this crazy yellow-haired chick running outside calling the police." It was an interesting day. Oh, Sarah, you love the flowers. Why, thank you. The flowers are actually a brooch and a headpiece made by Arte Luna Millenary, my friend Vivian. Check out her Instagram. She makes custom pieces, and I just love them. All right, and then the next photo that I had, the next question that I had on Instagram was how to pose on Instagram. So on Instagram, I feel like it's a totally different beast because if you're like, I do get a lot of compliments on my photos, and people think I spend a lot of money on photography when it's literally what I told you before, my tripod with a Bluetooth clipper or a friend or a stranger. And then it's just taking a lot of pictures. So, all right, so let's see here. And ask me questions as they come. Because, I'm sorry if you hear a lot of noise because this fire truck outside is really loud. Okay, so for Instagram, I like to take candid pictures. But like, you know, like the blogger looking pictures, like, ha, ha. You know, so that was terrible. So for that, I like to take a lot of shots and then find one that works. So my camera roll on my phone is just full of pictures of myself. But that's because I feel like you blink in one or one looks worse than the other. But I really want it to look candid. But these candid pictures are not candid. So always make sure when I do these candid pictures, I make sure my shoulder's back. And I'm, again, putting back things that I don't want to highlight. So I put back my arms. I bend down a little bit to make my top smaller. Work my skirt and chin. And since I know where the camera is or who's holding it, I try to look at it or look away, but not so away that it's like, you know. Always those looking pictures, you got to look a little at the camera, but a little higher up. So like, and the mouth thing. Oh, I got asked about my mouth. So let's go finish with this candid. So with candids, you know, just move slowly. And the person taking it, just have them take. And then you just work with it, like push back your arms. And just different poses, work your petticoat. And I like my legs to look longer, so I always, if you notice some of my pictures, if I'm wearing flats like these, I like to get on my toes. And yes, you gotta work on your balance, but you get on your toes and it really makes you look elongated. If you have heels, it helps even better. But it really does help make you look more elongated. And then for a sitting, love you, Vivian. Sarah, hey, oh my God, I love that dress. Oh, the dress, this is a top from Betty Page Clothing, a really old one because they turned into Tatiana. And I made the skirt. All right. Another question I got asked was, oh look, Timmy. I have another question that I had on Instagram was, how do you take sitting pictures? For me, sitting pictures is difficult because I do have, you know, a big midsection, so I don't really think I look flattering. But I have learned tips and tricks to get around this, because when you're in a party and somebody's like, hey, let's take a photo, and we're sitting in the couch, you know, I brought one chair to show you. So the number one trick is to not sit back in the seat. Sorry, Roxy. I'm sorry. So the number one trick is not to sit back in the seat, because if you sit all the way back in a seat, it's just gonna look, okay. It's okay. Let's see if my doggy lets me do this. But if you sit in the back of the seat, it's not gonna be flattered. You're gonna fall back, even if there's a pillow, you know. And these old vintage seats are really low. So there's an ideal way and a non-ideal way. Ideal way is like, hopefully the seat has a cushion. I have this vintage, I collect kitschy Florida stuff. So if anyone comes around this, send me it. So I usually have this pillow here. But the trick is, even if you take a photo in a car or the driver's seat, always sit as close to the edge as possible. It helps make your legs look longer, and it really helps you be able to pose your upper body how you like. And then the pillow comes in place, because like these chairs, like I said, are really low. I like to put the pillow there. Usually these pillows are smaller, so you don't see them in the photo, or they match. My house is like eclectic. So you sit at the edge, and you see how it elongated my body, and it helps me look more on like this. And then if you're able to, you could cross your legs. I got chubby thighs, so I like to either keep my legs together and point, and then also push to the side like this, and then put my arm back, or switch it. You know, you play with it, and you see, or cross your ankles, and you see it also, it helps make your legs look longer. Make sure to point your toes. Pointing your toes really helps, because you see, if I were to pose like this, see how much different it is? I don't know if you can see my feet in this angle, but pointing your toes really helps. Then my facial expressions. With my facial expressions, I like to try different looks when I do any type of pictures, selfies, or candid pictures, or professional pictures, or iPhone pictures. So I always remember the vowels. This is the best way. This is what I tell the girls if I ever put together any photo shoots or I style any. Oh, sorry. So think of your vowels, and think of, like, these are for like mostly pinup related tips, but you could go A, you know, like A, E, I, O, U. And then again, just make sure when you're doing these vowels, I know you get excited by going A, E, I, but remember, don't go like this, because you see, it sounds really fun to go A, you know, but you gotta go A, E, I, O, U. Woo. It's a lot of fun. So let's see, Sarah. Sit with your booty popped, aka half squat. Seymour, hold on. With your hips look the widest part instead of the belly, and suck in. Okay, wait. Sit with your booty popped, half squat. And elongate your mind. You mean on a chair or like on a floor? Because a half squat and booty pop, I don't know. I don't think that would work. But vowels, yeah, vowels are what I go to when I want to do different. I'm very expressive in my face, so I like to try different facial looks. So, yeah. Do any of you have any questions, and you know, that I could answer? Any suggestions? Let me know. We have, you know, you could also work with props. So like, Like I said, you have your petticoat that you could pose with. You could pose with a fan. Oh, and another trick is triangles. Remember, triangles. So, again, if you're posing with your arms like this, you see this arm, no life. This one has a triangle. You know, you can make another triangle by doing this. And you also have that S shape. So don't keep things so stiff because then they're just gonna look plain. Make them pop out by, you know, doing different curves. You know. Karina, facial expressions have always been my insecurity. Just do it by yourself in the mirror. Oh, do it in a selfie cam. Again, I don't like practicing in mirrors because I feel like you get a different view in a mirror than you do in a camera. And you see yourself differently. So put your thing on, like, get the little Bluetooth. It's like $2 or $5 on Amazon. And you just click. And just click and take pictures and then scroll and see them by yourself. And then you get to see, you know, what side works. Some people have a side or a pose they like. Ooh. You know, like for me, I love smile. I like pictures with my mouth open. So, hey, I feel like it brings out my personality. But it took me a while because it's not like the norm, you know. So just remember those vowels and they're like, ooh. And then your chin, then your shoulders. And then put some sass. Yeah. So yeah, we got, you know, you got your parasol. If, you know, you want to show off your eyes. You know, you could also use it to pose like this. You know, if you... No, that's not good. Another great thing is, you know, parasols. One tip for parasols when you pose with them, yes, you carry them like this when you walk, but don't take a picture with them so close to your body. Again, create angles and create squares. So lift it a little high up, and you see it looks so much nicer than taking a photo like this. Create depth, experiment, switch sides, and don't make it so close because you see, little depth makes everything look better. And yeah. All right, let's see here. Karina, I can't wait to try out anything. Send me a DM, message me in Pinup Miami. I hope you. Hi, Kathleen. Hugh, any tips for guys? Guys, same tip, angles. Guys with the, you know, if you're wearing jeans, your button down shirt, whatever you're wearing, you know, pose a little angled and triangles as well. Put a hand in the pocket, a little like hand on the collar. Maybe not as much hip as me, but yeah, you know. And my boyfriend's not here, but I would have shown you like couples pictures. He's never here for my lives because he works evenings. But if you're posing with your boyfriend, you know, use it. If you're a plus size girl like me, use your advantage and get closer to him. Never get in front of him because you're going to look way bigger than him. Get to the side or a little behind him. Put your body against him. Again, triangles. Put your arms around him. Create some dimension. Yeah. Guys, hold your stomachs in. Oh, yeah. I want to do... Sarah, I want to do a damn photo shoot in your house. The decor is to die for. Ooh, thank you. This is my living room. The other day you saw the other side. And then I'm working on it's been like a 5-year project. But this year my goal is to finish my kitchen. It's going to be pink. And then I have a diner booth area, 50s diner in the back. And I recently got a jukebox. It's really cool. Let's see. Linda, guys, hold your stomachs in. Yes. Well, you know what? Some guys look really weird with their stomachs in. Because then I feel like they're going to push in their chest. But it would be cool if David did a photo shoot. You know, a little boudoir. That's a boudoir for men. But yeah, dudes, like, like you also don't want to be head on if you're a guy, because it's going to be too broad, unless you want that broad look. Because there are some women that if you're trying to show off your thighs, this is not really for pinup, but for modeling, if you want to show your thighs, if you're doing like a thick, you want to show your thickness on your thighs, then you would lean forward. Again, this is not going to look good on me, but you lean forward and you see this area already looks bigger. It makes your waist smaller. But if I was like a girl trying to do this for this look, it would work. Not for me, but it's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna wait to see if you guys have any more questions. I think I answered all of them. I think. Angles, triangles, vowels, S's, curves on curves. Those are my tips all combined in one. While I'm waiting for any questions, hi John. You're never late. You're good. I shared some modeling tips for men. You could do it with your Mustang. While I'm waiting for more questions, I'm just going to show off 2 items that I received this week, because I have no one else to show them to besides you beautiful people. But I received this beautiful vintage hat. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, not the hairstyle for this, but it's gorgeous. And something for you ladies. When I redo my, oh, my thing fell. No, Roxy. And then something for you ladies. I collect vintage phones because when I do finish my kitchen, it's gonna have a whole collection of vintage phones. So I have a few, but check out this one that was gifted to me. Now I don't know if it works, but I could see how. Yeah, it's a phone. Cute little. Hey Barbie. Hi Ken. And look at the numbers. So cute. But yeah, I think when she rang, she would move because her arms move when you shake her. Either she's doing, I think, you know, I don't know if it's my Hispanic side, but it looks like she's dancing merengue. Or kickboxing. She has a lot of blush on. Whoa. And then even her hair moves. Look at that hairspray. It's lasted like so long. I think it's cute. When we used to have landlines. Yeah, so there you go. I want to say thank you all for joining in. The fire truck is still there outside. I hope my neighbor is okay. And yeah, that's my tips and tricks. If you guys think of anything else or you didn't want to say it out loud, because there are some insecurities, like I can't believe I just showed my double chin and different angles of myself, and I hate sitting pictures. But if you want, you can send me a message, a private message. I'll answer. I'm open. I love helping anybody, even men. I'll have my boyfriend pose. And yeah, thank you again for tuning in. Send any ideas that you have for next week. And I hope to see you all next week. Ooh, and now it's stuck.